Hey, thanks for tuning in again. I've put out a couple videos already on my new religion. And I don't mean that it's a religion that I've just joined. By new religion, I mean I've started one. I've created one. I've initiated a new religion. Not out of thin air. I mean, I've been working on this for a while. If you look at my videos, I'm always talking about something spiritual or mystical, and I tell you a lot about my philosophy. So now I've reached this point of awakening and this point of conviction, being confident that I really need to do something to serve the world. And doing videos has been enough, because I thought, how can I reach people with ideas and warning them about the things that I see going on. And now just can't help it. I have to warn you about what's going on with video itself. It's become just like TV. I mean, with a small difference. There's somehow you can find a valuable quality viewing, something that will actually change your life for the better. So I do this, it's reality, true reality, not like TV reality shows. It's reality, it's about seeking truth, and it's not sensationalistic. I've kind of weeded that out and realized that it's not worth it. I wasn't going to play that game. I attacked the people who were doing it. I called them out. I said, WTF, is this shit? And nobody at the top listened or cared. So I'll make my money other ways. I just believe in what Buddha said. You have to do the right, or I would properly translate that as the righteous mode of making a living. I think there was 10 things, or it might be part of the Eightfold Path that the Buddha recommends, and that was one of the 8. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I'm open to discuss everything about other organized religions and faiths. Buddhism is technically, people want to debate whether it's a religion or not. Excuse me while I enjoy my ginseng. It helps keep the body young, the physical body. By the way, I'm quite old, so I think I should know what I'm doing, forming a religion. I'm so glad that I didn't try this when I was a teenager. Actually, no, that's not true. I did try it when I was a teenager, and I have a lot of people out there who would recall such experiences and adventures. They're still out there. You know who you are. Now, I really want to say that people who join this will be welcome to study it and participate. But I don't expect to convert anybody on video, because you're so used to me on video, you have a bias. And I've said that. So you've got a huge hurdle. It's an obstacle to get over, to accept me as something else rather than just a video maker. So I'm kind of just pointing out that unfortunate, I don't know. We'll see. See? It's reverse psychology. But I leave it up to you. I do want to say that when I've gotten to know somebody, like my friends in real life, whether it's 10, 20, 30 years or more that I've known them, and you know who you are out there, I welcome you to understand that I've evolved. I think you've seen me, and I've seen you go through things, and we allow change in each other. Change for the better, of course. And The religion is open. In fact, I welcome someone more so if I've known them, because you get a rapport. And I do the cutoff date as anywhere from between 7 years to 8 years. When you're in that transition, I could accept you instantly, and then especially after 8 years or more, I could accept you instantly if you're sincere in committing to this religion. If it's less than 7 years, then I think there's going to be like what's a probationary period so that everybody gets to know each other. And it doesn't mean that you're not in religion. If you commit and stay in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years more, however many it takes, then I'll fully accept you personally, and I'll prove it. But here's another thing. Let me just say this, because this is already controversial and I have to speak on it. I am the only one that's qualified with the authority to speak on the religion. If I don't get egotistical about this. I mean, you can say anything you want about me. People always have. I mean, look at the thousands of comments that people say. That's I'm still open game. Who cares? I don't care. But to speak with authority on what is the religion, what does it mean, and how you get in, and officially where it's going to be, nothing takes place unless I'm there. Already people. Look, I don't need people that have these kind of problems. I don't need that. Go find another religion. Go form your own. Be gone. But that's the way it is. That's the way I'm going to run a religion. And if you want to take it the wrong way, you do so. It's no loss for me. I start with 0, number 1 right here, 0 other members. That's all right with me. But for people that do understand that, you see, there has to be a organic, natural form of expansion. You need to join with me, meld with me in the mind, heart to heart, mind to mind, in the spirit, in order to join. If you want to be friends with me, you want to watch my videos just like you've always done, be my guest. Be a subscriber. That's fine. In fact, that'll continue to be going on unless I get into a much bigger open conflict with the Google Corporation, which I'm raging to do. I'm raging to do. If this religion takes off, I'm going to be kicking some butt. But until then, we just focus on the little things that we got to do. Keep to ourselves. No jihad yet. But let's just hear a few things that I have to say on the process of introducing the religion so that there's no confusion. Because some people might hear something else, hearsay. Some people might be contacted by somebody else and they're going to say to me, oh, remember that person that was in your video, or these other channels in your network have always been with you for years, and they said this to me, and we had this discussion. No. If you want information, come to me directly, look at my videos directly, and when we have meetings, that's face to face. But don't try to ask anybody else about the religion. If you want to ask about me, you want gossip, then do that. But if you come to me based on gossip, filled with all that kind of contamination, I'm going to tell you. Why would you bother to do that? So then the other thing is, you might be surprised that I don't condone anybody else. But you see, here's the issue, is that my life has been really complex. I mean, you get that already. I already have kids, I've had many love affairs, romances. I've made some major mistakes, but I try to make up for them. And it's been life's greatest teacher, actually. and I admit to my mistakes. In fact, there are a lot of the lessons that I will present as how the religion is based in solid human experience. I will tell those stories, like real life stuff. Now you might say, well, surely there's someone you could condone, like your partners or your children or your this and that, but no, not at this time. And I will make a statement at such a future juncture when it will change and somebody else will be introduced that has authority to speak. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. I see everybody as being listeners, and that's how religions form. Now, as transparency, everybody can listen, and we're going to broadcast it, make it available to everybody else. And now here's something. I'm going to give you something already. And think about Jesus, Yeshua, however you want to call this guy, or this person that was just in the book, for those of you that are atheists. Now Jesus, Yeshua, loved parables. And if you know what a parable is, it's an interesting story. He's known to speak in these, like a colloquial, almost like a fable, but not exactly. And this would be to cover up the meaning, because you don't know what each thing symbolizes. Because there might be like something in the story, you don't know what it is, but then that thing goes through experience and you're not sure what it's talking about. So that's a parable. And that's for the reason of giving out the parable and the public doesn't understand it. And they're just like perplexed. They're just, oh, it's just something, yeah, I heard the story. It's like some riddle, or like it's a fable. They would think of it as a fable, like Aesop's fables. But it's not a fable. It's a story told in these symbols that means something else altogether. It's a double meaning. And the deeper meaning is really what's important for teaching the religion. Okay? So here's the first one that I'm going to give. And you can see some of this on my channel, but mostly on the Peter-Appleseed channel, which is my other channel. And you'll see some footage on there of my chickens and the animals and plants and stuff like that. So if you watch those while you're thinking about this parable, it can help you, and you'll be able to visualize where I get this from. Okay, so there's 8 of these hens amongst this flock, but there's 8 of them, and the one of them is colored black, and she's the most friendliest hen. She comes right into the farmer's house, and she makes herself at home, and she's not afraid at all of people. And then there's another hen, second one, who's black and white, or you could call it salt and pepper. And that one also gets to be friendly, and that there's a second one that comes in the house. And then there's the third hen. It's kind of like a beige color hen, but it's got this like faded mottled look. It's a pale color hen, pale beige. And this one also is friendly, and it comes in the house. Now I know you wonder, where am I going with all this? Okay, just hold on, I'll give you the whole parable. And eventually I'll do a whole video just about this, but I'm tacking it onto this talk, so I introduce it. I'll be telling this one again, so we can discuss it as a parable. I said there's 3 hens that you've heard about. Just form those in your mind, visualize them. Because there's a 4th hen. The 4th hen is a white color hen. And this hen already has 4 chicks. There was actually a 5th one, but it didn't even get to the form. The 5th one, when it was being gotten, and the hand of getting it, not the physical hand, but a hand of getting it, like the purchase, the obtaining of that hen with the brood, that 5th one, or you could say the first one out of the 5, died. Okay, so that one died, just somehow, mysteriously, before it was even moved. And then the 4, or I should say like this, the 4 chicks came with the white color hen. But what happened was, some kind of beast came along in the night, and they were driven off. They were scared away. And turns out, by looking around, that 2 of the chicks died right where they were sleeping. But it just seems that the mother killed them accidentally while trying to fight off the attackers, these mysterious attackers. So only 2 chicks were left. So now we heard about 4 hens, and the 1 hen having 4 chicks that came over, and only 2 left. So now let's talk about, I said 8 hens altogether. There's 4 more hens. Four more hens. These hens are like beige color, brown color. Kind of light brown, and 4 of them, they're all pretty similar. Can't tell them apart. But it turns out that 2 of them join up together as a pair, as one mother. And what happens is, they produce 3 chicks. These 2 mothers. 3 chicks. But you don't know which one they're from. They have the 3 chicks together. It's very interesting. We never see mothers coordinate like that, but these 2 are like inseparable. They're even like very close sisters, like almost identical sisters. They look alike. And 2 of the chicks are like blonde with markings, and one of them is just like a light color brown, but it's not beige with any red in it. It's like brown, like a little bit darker, but fluffy brown. And the interesting thing about this chick is that it almost died by accident, by pure accident, but also by pure luck. The farmer found it after it was in the process of dying, being crushed. A night through a night and then a day into the morning, it was discovered. So this third chick was saved. So that's significant. Now, there's 2 more hens. Now, what's interesting about one of them is that it goes and links up with the white hen, and they're together, just like these other 2 hens, but it's the white hen with one of the brown beige hens, and they stay together, and they're sitting on eggs. But see, what happens with them, they're sitting together, and then all of a sudden they crush one of their eggs, and inside it's revealed that there's an incomplete chick, and that chick never comes out. It dies in the broken egg. It looks like it's almost done, like it's premature, but it's not quite done. So that's that. Now, also I should mention that there's a little tiny little chick also found, just withered up like a mummy, not knowing where it came from, but also in that same nest. And that was a long time ago. It's not even with an eggshell. This thing died apparently when the white hen and the other one got together. Okay, so we just talked about 2 pairs of hens, but the second pair with the white hen just has eggs. So now the 8th hen has a chick, 1 chick. But this hen is so good, it won't even leave the chick to eat or anything. It stays with it all the time on the nest, and is very protective of this 1 chick. Okay, so now you heard about the 8 hens, and I'm going to backtrack to tell you about the salt and pepper hen, okay, because I know you're wondering about these other ones. The salt and pepper hen never was sitting on any eggs, so it became very strange to see this. It would just sit all broody, all quiet, but there was no egg coming out of it. Not in the nest. It just stopped. It was sitting on air. So the farmer took some eggs that were abandoned from the other hens, the pair, and put those eggs under the salt and pepper hen, and within right away that day 1 hatched. So the salt and pepper hen had a blonde chick with some like markings on it, and it was a good mother. But now we're going to go to the first hen, which is the black colored hen, who hatched 1 black colored chick, which apparently was its own or possibly from the salt and pepper hen, because it was laying some eggs with it. But it's totally black, like the totally black hen, so it very well might come from the black hen. So before I talk to you about that, I'm going to finish telling you about the other first 3 hens. Remember, there was 3 hens that would come in the house. The 1 hen, the beige one, did not like the black one, but it would, this is the pale beige one. It couldn't stand the black hen, but it really was close friends with the black and white salt and pepper hen, for some reason. And what happened with that pale beige one, it didn't want to brood, it wouldn't have any chicks. It wouldn't sit, and that was it. It would just lay its egg and not interested in being a mother at all. So it would just go about its business. But now let me tell you about the black hen, because this is the end of our parable. The black hen seemed to be a pretty normal, good mother. But it would go around and suddenly get really strange with the chick. like aggressive, and it would just peck it, like peck its neck, its face, to the point it actually pecked its ear out and practically pecked its eye out on the left side. Now when the farmer found this out, he was not too pleased and took the chick away for its own safety and wondered what he was going to do, because he figured out how could he care for this black chick, and this was going to be a lot of extra work. So what he did was try for the next 3 days to have the black hen under monitoring just with the chick, but keep it closed off so that the mother hen could be near it but not in contact with it, only at night. So this was working out until the 3rd day, when the farmer allowed the black chick to go again with the black hen. And lo and behold, what happened is, another episode, the black hen went berserk, and the black chick was found laying practically dead on hot bricks, like about to die. Couldn't move, just practically pecked to death. And so the farmer took it up again and decided after that time that the black hen was not going to have the chick anymore. There was something wrong with it, and it was irresponsible. Okay, that's the whole thing. I know it took a while to kind of give you all the details, but I'll boil it down to being more of an essence, like in writing. But this is the first parable that I'm giving, and maybe somebody out there understands what this is speaking of on a spiritual level, because that's what this is about. And we're going to discuss it. It'll just be a standard thing to discuss, and I've told it here, but like I said, you're going to be able to read it, and it's actually easier to do it that way. But some people, you can watch a video and you can get what it's about. Please leave your comments, rate this, thumbs up, I don't know why, but favorite it, and make sure you share it with all your friends. And again, make sure you subscribe, because YouTube is flawed. Thanks for listening.